Hello Bacha Party. Today we are going to discuss about the exercise 8.3 comparing quantity. Here we are going to discuss about the ratios to percentage. Now before start with ratios to percentage, let me explain you. Ratios to percentage. Okay. Now here suppose given to you that you want to make a idli. Okay. Now to make a idli, two proportions, two part of the rice you have taken, two part of the rice. Okay. And one part of urad dal. Okay. Now here for the preparation of idli, two parts of the rice and one part of a urad dal you have taken. Means suppose two bowls of rice and one bowl of urad dal. Now here suppose ask you what percentage of rice and what percentage of urad dal would you use for the idli. Okay. Now first of all this will be right in a ratio as a 2 as to 1. Okay, this you have written the ratio of rice and urad dal, that is 2 is to 1. Now this 2 is to 1 means total how many parts? The total parts is all total parts is 3. Okay, means total part is how much? 2 plus 1 is equal to 3 parts. Okay, that means if ask you the proportion of the rice, if ask you what is the quantity of rice, the rice of quantity rice is 2 bowls, that means 2 out of 3 bowls. Okay, and same way if you talk about the dal means 1 bowl out of 3 bowls. Okay, means here in fraction form you have written 2 by 3 and here written you 1 by 3. Means from the 3 part 2 bowl of the rice and from the 3 part 1 bowl of the dal. Now this is the quantity you have written in a fraction. Now ask you to, now here they ask what percentage of rice and what percentage of urad dal is used. Here we have to find out the percentage. Percentage means nothing but out of 100, isn't it? Now this, if rice ask you, the rice is already 2 by 3 means from the 3 2 bowls of the rice, and if the percentage rice we have to find out, that means 2 by 3 multiply by 100. This amount will give you the percentage of the rice. Okay, and urad dal, it is 1 by 3 and in percentage if asked means multiply by 100, that means 100 divided by 3, or this is 200 divided by 3. That means if you will convert this will be 66 by 2 by 3%. Okay, and this is nothing but 33 1 by 3%. This is the percentage of the urad dal and the rice is used in the preparation of idli. Means here ratio given and this ratio you have converted into the percentage form. Okay. Okay, now we will discuss increase or decrease as a percent. Suppose given to you that one school they won this year, they won 6 match. One school this year they won total 6 matches. Okay, right? And last year the school has last year the school won 4 matches. Okay, now ask you to find out the what is the percent increase, what is the percent increase in the match. This year 6 matches they increase and last year they increased 4. This year they won 6 matches and last year they won 4 matches. If we'll calculate the number wise, that means we can say that this year 2 matches more they won. Okay, now but here we have to find out that what percent of the matches increase. Okay, that means here first of all we have to find out what is the increased number of matches. That means first of all increased number of matches. Okay, what it is? This year 6, last year 4, right? That means 2. Increased matches means this year 2 matches more they won. Now this you have to convert it into the percentage. Okay, that means here we will write percentage increase. Okay, percentage increase is equal to amount of, means here increase match is equal to amount of change. Amount of change means the this year matches won 6, last year 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, means change amount what it is? It is 2 divided by original matches. Okay, that is original amount. Okay, here original amount we will write, or original matches how much? It was a 4 matches. Okay, from the 4, and that you have to multiply by the 100, you will get the percentage increase. Now amount change, that is 2 divided by original matches how much? Original matches win. Okay, that is 4 multiplied by 100, because we are going to convert it into the 100. 1 za, 2 za, 5 za, 0 za. That means 50% matches. That means we can say that 50% of matches won this year. Means 50% more matches the school won this year. Means here the increase amount, first of all we have to calculate how much increase? 2. Then out of what? Original amount was from the 4 matches. Okay, basically it was 4, last year 4 matches increase won, and this year 6. Means from the 4 is your original amount, that is it will be divided by 4. Means the difference divided by 4, that is your original amount, and multiply by 100. Here you will get the percentage increase or percentage decrease. Okay, means first of all amount, whatever change it is given, that change divided by the original basic amount and multiply by 100, you will get the increase or decrease amount in percentage. Okay, now we will discuss about the profit and loss. Okay, we will discuss about the profit and loss. Now suppose profit. Okay, first of all let me discuss with the profit. Suppose if one thing, suppose we will talk about the pen. Okay, one pen you have bought, and the cost of that pen is 8 rupees or 10 rupees. Okay, and this pen you bought for 10 rupees and you sold it for the 12 rupees. Okay, means the cost price of the pen is 10 rupees. Okay, cost price is 10 rupees. You sold this pen for the 12 rupees. That means selling price of the pen is 12 rupees. Okay, that means if the selling price is more than cost price, if 10 rupees pen if you sold for the 12 rupees, that means you are gaining 2 rupees. Na? That means you are gaining 2 rupees profit. That means we can say that when the selling price is more than cost price, when the selling price is more than cost price, then we can say that it is profit. Okay, but when cost price is more than selling price, that means it will be loss. Okay, it may be profit or it may be called as a gain, right? Means we can say that profit is equal to, for the profit selling price is more, so selling price minus cost price is equal to profit. Okay, same way if you talk about the loss means cost price is more, so cost price minus selling price is equal to loss. These are the basic formulas for the profit and loss. Now ask you to find out the percentage profit or a percentage loss. Okay, now percentage profit means what? Suppose this given to you, ask you to find out the percentage profit. That means suppose here if you talk about the profit is 2 rupees. Okay, now here for the 10 rupees you got the 2 rupees profit. Now this profit asks you to find out in a percentage, so we will write percentage profit, okay, is equal to how much profit you got, that profit divided by the cost price for which you have got the profit, and that multiply by 100. Okay, that means you will get the percentage profit. Means your profit is 2 rupees, the cost price was 10 rupees, multiply by 100. That means with the 20% profit you sold the pen. Means for the 10 rupees if 2 rupees profit, that means for the 100 rupees 20 rupees is the profit. This is in a percentage. Same way suppose loss is there, the percentage loss is equal to what? Whatever loss you got, that, and that loss will be on what price? So that will be that price, that will be divided by CP multiply by 100. Means for this cost price the loss is this. Okay, that's why for the 100 how much? That means for the profit selling price minus cost price, percentage profit is equal to profit divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Same way loss cost price minus selling price and percentage loss is equal to loss divided by cost price multiplied by 100. These are the basic formulas through which you will able to find out the percentage profit, percentage loss, loss and percent. That way, same way we will be able to find out the decrease and increase percentage of profit and loss also. Now we discuss about the interest and all. Suppose you want to buy a car, okay? And now for that you are borrowing a money from your friend or you are borrowing the money from the bank. If you are borrowing the money from the bank or from your friend, that money you have taken from your friend, that is called as the principal amount. That is called as the principal amount, okay, and it is denoted by P. Okay, now this principal amount for how much year, yeah, how much time being you are going to use, that is called as a period. Okay, period, and it is denoted by T. Period means nothing but a time. Okay, P, that is the principal amount, means the amount which you have borrowed from the bank, yeah, any friend, anybody. Okay, that is your principal. Then period means a time for being, which for how much time you have, the period for how much time you have taken, yeah, you are going to use that money. Okay, now suppose you are going to use that money, that means if you are using that, that means you are going to pay some extra amount to the bank or to your friend. That extra amount which you have going to pay on that principal is called as a interest. Okay, and it is denoted by I. Okay, this is interest. Okay, and interest or this interest, suppose sometimes it is said that ki, you are going to pay 10 rupee 10% interest, yeah, 8% means suppose you have taken 1,000 rupees from your friend and you are paying 2% for it. 2% for it means for the 100 rupees you are going to, per 100 rupees you are going to pay 2 rupees. Means for that 1,000 rupees, 2% means for the 100 rupees 2 means for the 1000 how much, means for the 1000 you are going to pay 20 rupees to the person, means extra amount. This is called as a rate or rate of the interest. Okay, and it is denoted by R. Means for what rate you have taken the principal amount, means what is the rate of the interest you are going to give. That means this is P for principal, T for time, I for interest, and R for rate. These are the terms you are going to use. Means after the certain time, the whatever principal you have taken plus your interest, total principal plus interest you are going to give it back. That means the amount, the amount which you are going to return, that amount will is equal to principal plus interest. Okay, this is the another formula. Means principal means amount you have borrowed from it, and the extra amount which you are going to pay for using this, that is the principal interest. So principal plus interest is equal to amount which you are going to pay at the ending of the your period. It may be for 1 period, 2 years, it is up to you. Okay. Now this I'll explain you. Suppose you have taken 5000 rupees from your friend. Okay, you have taken 5000 rupees from your friend. That means this 5000 rupees is nothing but what? This is the principal amount you have taken from your friend, and for 1 year you have taken, and the interest was the rate of the interest was 15%, means 15% for the rate you have taken the 5000 rupees loan from the 5000 rupees loan from your friend. Now here you have to find out the interest you are going to pay after the 1 year. Means you have taken 5000 rupees from your friend at the rate 15 rupees for 1 year. Okay, now how you will find out the how will you find out the interest? See, now amount borrow. Okay, amount borrow, or you can say that principal is equal to 5000. Okay, rate of interest is 15%. Rate is equal to 15%. Now it is given in a percent, so this first of all you have to find out the amount. Okay, then amount of interest, okay, is equal to 15% means 15 divided by 100. For the 100 rupees 15 you are paying, then for the 5000 rupees how much, means you have to find out the amount of interest, means 15% of 5000, 50% of 5000, therefore 15 divided by 100 multiplied by 1000. Okay, 15 5 75 and 0. That means the interest for the 5000 rupees is 750. Okay, now means here we can say that 750 rupees is the interest you have to pay. Means total amount how much you have taken? Total amount you have taken 5000 and plus this interest. That means at the end how much amount you are going to give? The amount is equal to principal plus interest. Means at the end you are going to give your friend 5000 plus 750 interest is equal to 5750 rupees at the end. Okay, this way you have to do the calculation. Now on this basis only we will discuss our exercise 8.3 1 by 1. In exercise 8.3, question number 1, here what is the profit and loss of the following transaction? We have to write down, and also you have to find out the percentage of profit and percentage of loss. Suppose first one is a gardening shear is brought for the 250 rupees and sold for the 350 rupees, means the cost price of gardening shear. Gardening shear means a scissor which is used for the gardening. The cost of gardening shear is rupees 250. Okay, that means this is a cost price. Okay, now sold for means selling price. Gardening shear is equal to rupees 325. This is selling price. Okay, now tell me which is more, selling price or cost price? That means selling price is more than cost price, right? Therefore profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. What is the selling price? 325 minus cost price 250. That means profit is equal to how much? Means profit is equal to 75. But here ask us to find out the profit in percentage. So we will write, therefore percentage profit is equal to profit divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Profit is here 75. Selling price is 250 multiplied by 100. That means after calculation you will get the 30% of profit. Okay, now first I have done for you. Now in question number 1 there is 4 sums, 3 sums. You have to do it by own by the same process which I have given. Now question number 2, convert each part of the ratio in a percentage. Suppose for one is given 2 is to 3 is to 5. Okay, now ask this ratio to convert it into the percentage. First of all, total part how much you have to find out. So write down total part. Okay, means total part is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 10. Means total part we have got, that is a 10. Okay, now 2 is to 3 is to 5. Here we have to first, if you have written this, then this is the total part. Okay, now fractional part. So here we will write fractional part means this 2 means from the 10 2 taken, this is 3 by 10 and this is 5 by 10. This we have written in a fractional form. Now this fractional form here asks us to write down ratios in a percentage form. So percentage part, now we will write percentage part. Okay, percentage ratio is equal to 2 by 10 multiplied by 100. Percentage means out of 100. Right, you will get 20 to 30. Right, this all is in percentage form we got. Means here ratio is given, that ratio you have converted into the percentage form, right? This I have already explained you, just it is the revision part which you are going to solve. Okay. Now see, third one, the population of the city decreased from 25,000 to the 24,500. Now here we have to find out the percentage of decreased population. First of all, for the solution, write down number of population. Okay, number of population was 25,000, right? Now here first of all we have to find out decrease amount. Okay, that means number of population decreased is equal to what is the original 25,000 minus 24,500. If you subtract, you will get 500. Means 500 is the number of population decrease. Means population decrease by 500 by 500. Now here ask percentage decrease. So therefore percentage decrease is equal to 5,000 divided by total amount. How much? 25,000. Okay, and percentage means multiply by 100. Okay, 25 1 the 25 2 the, that means there is a decrease in 2%. So we can write thus the decrease, the percentage decrease is 2% is the decrease in the population, is decreased by 2%. Okay. Now fourth one, Arun bought a car for 3,50,000. Means the cost of car is equal to 3,50,000. Okay. The next year the car price went up to 3,70,000. Means increase cost. How much cost increase? So increase cost of car. How much by increase? It is 3,70,000. Okay, means last year it was 3,50,000. Next year it was 3,70,000. Now amount change. How much change it got? The amount change is equal to 3,70,000 minus 3,50,000. Okay, that means how much amount? Rupees 20,000 amount change, means it is increased by 20,000. Okay, now if the amount is to be increased by 20,000, that means therefore percentage amount, that is percentage of increase amount, is equal to amount change, that is 20,000 divided by its original amount. Okay, amount and multiply by 100. Means amount change, it is 20,000. Original amount, it is 3,50,000 multiply by 100. Okay. If you will solve this, you will get 40 by 7%, or this you can convert it as it is like 5 by 7%. Okay, this will be the increased cost of the car in percentage. Now fifth sum, I buy a TV. The cost of the TV is 10,000 rupees. I sold that TV with the profit 20%. Now how much money do I get? See, now first of all write down the cost of TV. Okay, cost of TV is equal to 10,000 rupees. Means this is a cost price. Okay, now profit percent. Okay, percent profit is equal to 20%. Now how much money I have got? So first of all, this 20% I got from the 100 to 10,000 rupees. Okay, so therefore profit we have to get. The profit means we have to find out 20% of 10,000. Okay, 20% of 10,000 means 20, right? These two zeros cancel. That means 2,000 rupees a profit I got. Okay, if 2,000 rupees profit I got, that means we can here how much money do I get? So therefore amount is equal to what is the total cost? That is original cost is 10,000 rupees plus profit 2,000 is equal to 12,000 rupees amount I got. Okay, that means this is your cost price. Amount, how much selling price, means here we have to add how much do I get, na? So that amount is equal to your cost price plus profit is equal to 12,000. Now sixth one, here you have to find out the percentage or percentage of loss given, and you have to find out the price, what or how much price you got. The same have we done in the fifth. The same you have to do for the sixth one. Okay, now seventh one I'll do it for you. Here given the chalk contain calcium, carbon and oxygen in proportion to proportion is given, carbon 10, calcium 3 and oxygen 12. Now here we have to find out the percentage of carbon in the chalk. Now to find out the percentage of the carbon in the chalk, what first we have to do? First we have to find out the total part of it. Okay, so total part is equal to 10 plus 3 plus 12. Okay, is equal to 25. Okay, means total is 25. Now fraction of percentage of carbon, as though we will just focus on the percentage of carbon only. So first of all fraction of carbon we will write. So fraction of carbon. Okay, fraction of carbon 3 by 25. Okay, so therefore percentage of carbon is equal to 3 by 25 multiplied by 100. Okay, that means 25 4s are 100, that is 3 4s are 12%. Means percentage of carbon is 12 in the chalk. Okay, now same way for the second question they have given in a stick, if the stick of chalk contains 3 grams, what weight of the chalk stick? Means one stick of the chalk given and here weight of the carbon given. Now weight of the carbon is equal to 3 gram. Now here we have to find out the weight of the chalk stick. Okay, suppose weight of the chalk stick is equal to x. X gram. Okay, now here percentage of carbon how much we got? 12%. So here we can say that 12% of carbon, 12% of carbon in x gram. Okay, x gram stick means here percentage you got 12 na, so 12% of x gram is equal to 3. Understood? Because 3 gram of carbon contained in one chalk stick given. So here percentage we already got 12%. So 12% of x is equal to 3. Right? So 12% means 12 divided by 100 multiplied by x is equal to 3. Right? So we will say that this x will keep as it is. This 3 multiply this will convert into this way. Okay, that means 3 1 the 3 4 the 4 1 the 4 2 the 8 4 5 the 20 means x is equal to 25 gram means 25 gram is the weight of one chalk stick, and from that 12% of the carbon, that means 3 grams of carbon. Okay. Amina buy a book for rupees 375 and sell it with the loss 15%. Okay. Now how much does she sell it for? Now here you have to find out the selling price of that book. So first of all directly write down cost price is equal to 275 rupees. Okay. Percentage loss given, that is 15%. Okay. Now here we have to find out the what was the cost. Now see, loss is equal to what? Loss is equal to percentage loss of cost price. Okay, means 15% of 275. 15% of 275 means 15 divided by 100 multiplied by 275. Okay, that means 15 multiplied by this you will get, okay, that means 41.25 means 41.25 rupees is the loss. Okay, now selling price. Selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. So selling price is your 375 minus loss is 41.25. That means what is the selling price? Selling price is 233.75 rupees. Okay. In this sum, we have to find out the amount paid for the 3 years at the end of the 3 years in each case. First of all, principal is given 1200 rupees at the rate 12% PA means per annum. For per year, the rate was 12%. That means here P is equal to 1200 rupees. Then rate of the interest is equal to 12%, and here period, that is time period, is given, that is it is also denoted as T or it is also denoted by N. You can use T or N, is equal to 3 years. Okay, now here by using simple formula you will able to find out it. Use a simple formula, that is a simple interest is equal to P multiplied by N multiplied by R divided by 100. P is the principal, N is the time, that is T, and R is equal to rate. Multiplied by N is given 3, rate is given 12, and divided by 100. If you multiply by 12, it is 144 multiplied by 3 is equal to 432 rupees. This is the simple interest which you have to pay. Okay, means here what is the amount at the after the 3 years in each case you have to pay, that is 430. Means here simple interest is equal to 432. Now here you have to find out the amount paid. So therefore amount is equal to principal plus interest. Okay, principal is your 1200 rupees plus interest is equal to 432. That means 1632 rupees is the amount after the 3 years you have to pay. Okay, on the same basis, next B you have to find out by own. Okay, we will start with the 10th. What rate given rupees 250 as a interest on a sum of 56,000 in 2 years? Okay, means here principal is given 56,000. Okay, then here interest is given, that is I is given to you, that is 280 rupees, and the year, that is N or T, is equal to given 2 years. Okay, here you have to find out rate, that is R. Okay, now here by using a simple formula, that is your simple interest is equal to P multiplied by N multiplied by R divided by 100. Fill the amount by the calculation, you will get the rate. Okay, that means principal is multiply by 2 years, R keep as it is, divided by 100, and simple interest is given 280 rupees. Done. Okay, means R is equal to 280. This will be multiply, this means it will turn it, it will be divided by, right? That means 28 2s R is equal to 1 by 4, or this you can write 0.25. This is the rate of interest. Okay, here the same formula you have to use. Simple interest is equal to P multiplied by N multiplied by R divided by 100. See, Meena gives the interest of 45 rupees, means here I is given 45 rupees. Okay, year N is given, that is 1 year, and the rate of interest is 9%. Now by using a formula simple interest, you can calculate the amount she borrowed. Okay, that the amount P will be get as a 500 rupees. Okay, just fill the amount in the formula, that is simple interest is equal to P multiplied by N multiplied by R divided by 100. Okay, if you divide the, if you find out this sum, you will get the answer P simple interest or a principal principal amount here. Okay, the simple interest is given to you, that is 45, you know. Okay, here you have to find out the P, right? So you will get the principal, that is 500 rupees. Okay, I hope you have understood the whole exercise. Try to solve it by own, and for any queries you can contact me on my personal number. Till then, bye and have a nice day.